everybody. How you doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day no matter what it is you're doing. Today I actually came on to talk about where do you put your faith. And it's not religious faith, but it's faith and trust in beliefs. Something that was said today really inspired this discussion that I have. And yes, I have notes because I want to make sure I get it across. And I do have a tendency of rambling, for example, right now. Anyways, first of all, thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoy the video, if you have any comments to make, please say a like, please comment, and I will always happily respond in any ways that I can. So today I want you to think about something that you would love to have in your life, whether it is money, your dream job, your dream home, the ability to travel, designer clothes, a promotion, even a dream job, a relationship, whatever it is. What would you love to have in your life that you feel is missing right now? Okay, so you got it? The opportunities really are endless, and it doesn't even have to be one thing, but focus on one thing that would mean the most to you right now. So now I want you to think about all the reasons why your desire just is not in your life right now. Like, what are all the reasons? Is there money? Is it, or a lack of money? Is it lack of time? Is it a lack of resources? Is it the fact that you are that you're a dedicated parent and your time and energy is centered on your kids? Excuse me. Or is it just that you're not smart enough, you're not educated enough, you're not just enough, you know, or do you feel not smart enough sometimes? So now I want you, as equally as fast as you thought of all the reasons why it won't work, now I want you to think of all the reasons why it is possible and why it will work. It's not as easy, is it? Thinking about all the things that are, you know, positive. Yeah, okay, I don't have the education, but I definitely have the background, and it's easy for me to, it's easy for me to learn. I can pick up on things easily and quickly. I want to travel, but I haven't even actually researched the cost of traveling where I want to go to. There's lots of different ways. So, you know, there's lots of different reasons why you can't do something if you choose to put your faith in there. And there's a shit ton of reasons, and actually equal amount of reasons why it is possible. But it's where you put your faith and trust in your belief system as to that which is going to create your reality, right? So it's, you know, it was a really interesting thought, and it actually came from Amanda Francis, who I admire, who I've drawn a lot of inspiration from, who has taught me a lot. That, you know, just the simple sentence, we put, as a society, a lot of faith in the complication or in the fear. But I love in the complication, right? Because it's true. We have all these reasons why it won't work. Oh, my health isn't good. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I've got this going on. Oh, I've got that going on. But instead why can't you allow yourself to believe all the possibilities as to why it is, right? Why it is possible. Then the key to doing that is actually to stop being afraid. And, you know, well, okay, great. How do I stop being afraid? It's so easy to say, oh, stop being afraid of that. That's just silly. I don't like spiders. I'm afraid of spiders. And if someone said to me, if there was a big ass spider in my house and someone was like, oh, they're good for the environment, don't be afraid of spiders, I'd be like, yeah, that's good. I don't care. They're in my house, game over. They're not living. And I know, it's terrible. I wish I wasn't so afraid, but I am, and I cannot rescue them, and I'm so afraid that they're going to crawl over me at night when I'm sleeping. So I'm working at that. But how do you let go of the fear? Well, you know, think about a time when you were a kid. What were you afraid of? Were you afraid of the dark? I was afraid of the dark. I had to have a nightlight because I didn't, you know, and my room was generally clean when I was growing up because I was so afraid of the piles that would turn into flesh-eating monsters. Like the piles of clothes that would I would swear, would morph into a clothes monster and would come and eat me. But, you know, eventually, when you got so afraid, you flick on the light and you realize, oh, it's not a monster, it's just a pile of clothes and everything. That's what you have to do with your fears. You have to shine a light on them. You have to go, okay, the fear that I keep telling myself, the limiting belief that I keep telling myself, is that really true? Is it really impossible for me to do? Is it really because I'm not smart enough? Or have I just not applied for the job? Is it that I am unlovable? Or is it, that I just don't have time? One of my favorite things that Jay Shetty actually taught me through one of the podcasts that he was on is a lot of the reasons why we think we don't have time for something is because we create massive amounts of priorities in our lives when in fact it should be one small priority, but big change. So if your priority or your shift in the day or for the day is to drink more water, make that commitment to yourself your number one priority. And then once you start drinking enough water on a consistent basis, because it's become a habit, then you can change your shift, right? If you go, okay, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to get enough sleep, and you list all of these life-changing things, you're going to fail. So it's one small thing at a time. And it is same with our fears, right? Like focus on one thing at a time, because and I think shifting at your speed is really good, but sometimes when so much comes up and comes forward fast, it can be daunting and it can be making us feel like we're not good enough. So instead of doing that, just focus on what slowly comes up for you, right? Allow yourself to no longer no longer stuff your fears into your toes, but bring them up and choose if it's true or not. And something that I think it was Gabby Bernstein that taught me that for something to be a truth or a law, or however you want to label it, it has to be 100% true for everybody in the world. The law of gravity, 100% law, because we all live with gravity. The thought that you aren't going to make it in whatever field you want to follow or go into is simply a fear. And a lot of people are like, yeah, but there's so many people doing it. But nobody's doing it the way you're going to do it. Nobody is going to reach people the way you're going to be able to reach people. So as soon as that comes up, ask yourself, is that true, or is that simply a fear of failure, right? One of the things that I have, that I just actually posted on my Instagram account today was, do you believe in failure more than you trust success? And I think that is something that is super important to ask yourself. Do you believe and trust in the fear more than you trust and believe in success, right? The other key to remembering getting past fear and letting go of faith in the complication is remembering that it's a journey. Something that I struggled with for a while is, and I really had to dig deep and really have to look at myself, is anytime I healed from something or moved forward from something, I automatically thought it was, done. That's over with. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to think about that anymore. It's gone. But there are different levels of healing, and there are different levels, and it's like a sieve or a colander. Like, when you dump something into the colander or into the sieve, a lot of it comes out, but you still have to shake it, and you still have to tap it to get the other stuff. And when you shake your belief system up, their crap is going to start coming out, and stuff is going to start falling away. And it is your choice whether you leave it away and leave it going by healing it, or you can pick it up again and put it back on top of the colander. Right? So that's what we have to view healing as. It is not a one-time thing. It is a journey. It's a movement. It's growth. But remember, if you are not ready to heal or move forward from a belief or a fear, it would not even come up. It would not even cross your mind. You would not even really acknowledge it, or you wouldn't even be aware of it. So I think that's something that we have to embrace and understand, is that what's coming up is because you're ready to heal, you're ready to let go, and you're ready to make room for something more. Again, if you weren't ready for it, it wouldn't come up. So I think it's really, important to remember all of that. Again, where do you put your faith? Do you put your faith in the possibilities and success, or do you choose to focus on the complication and find comfort in the complication, right? Where we find comfort is what we know. And sometimes, as weird as it sounds, we find comfort in in the uncomfortable, but it's because it's known. So allow yourself to move past that, allow yourself to move forward, find strength and possibilities, have fun in what you do, because remember, only you have the ability to do what works for you, and only you have the ability to voice what will work for other people, and they will come, and they will, whatever you're doing is a service to people, and it is services to the world. So love and light, and live in love, and have an amazing day, and thanks so much for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.